The event for this week is GP2. It's open to all club and elite members of TeamSport. A 10-minute practice, 15-minute qualifying, followed by a 30-minute race is the format we should have, but things were changed up a bit for us at Sheffield. We started with our 10-minute practice session where, with the kart I was allocated, I was only able to set one sub 1 minute lap. That had me in 9th place of the 14 drivers. The qualifying session was shortened to 10 minutes as well, and having been allocated the same karts, I once again struggled to get under a minute. On the final lap though, I was assisted around by Finley as he noticed I was struggling. It was enough assistance to get me under a minute, but only good enough for 10th place this time. Thanks once again to Finn for the help. If you're enjoying this video so far, please smash that like button, but if you enjoy my racing content, make sure you're subscribed to the channel too. We've got another grid series coming out next month, and you won't want to miss it. So our race was extended to 40 minutes, during which time we needed to make a mandatory pit stop to swap karts. I've managed to get an idea of which of the karts ahead are quick, so I'll be keeping an eye on them to try and grab it for myself. But first, let's line up on the grid and wait for those lights to change. It's a quick reaction and I'm able to hold my position off the line. I've left space for Alec on the inside of turn 1, but carry enough speed to stay ahead. I then take a look at the inside of Darren through turn 2, but he's able to exit quicker and hold his place. We hear some tyre squealing from behind and the red flag appears momentarily. Throughout the second lap, I initially appeared to be able to at least make an effort at keeping up with the group. But along every straight, the gap just opens up more and more. The gap ahead is now quite big, and I've had Alec all over the back of me this whole time. He's now starting to push me along as he's unable to find a way past just yet. Lap 6 sees the first of the drivers ahead make their pit stop. I spot that it's Isaac and it's not one of the karts that I particularly felt great, so I decide to wait it out for now. Now one person has swapped, others will usually start to think about their pits as well. On lap 11, I gain a position, but let's take a look at it. We pass an empty pit lane, and that position changes. A driver had fallen off from 5th to 14th place. We'll come back to this in a moment. As I round the bend, I spot that Tom is in the pits. He's got a quick car, so I'll take it. But at the last minute, I spot that Lily is already in there, so around I go once more. Slightly annoyed at Lily. You might spot though that despite there being both Tom and Lily in the pits, I've only gained one place, and we will come back to this at the end of the race. Tom's kart was quick, but Lily had been able to keep up with him. Her kart will be better than what I've got now, so I'm going to pit on this lap. No one else looks to have been in, so hopefully it's still Lily's old kart in there. Yes, it is, but I do struggle to stop my kart and then we quickly swap over. I adjust the brake pedal and move the seat back a little bit. But I had failed to spot the wrong position on the throttle pedal though, and I've ended up quite uncomfortable. A 15-second stop is one I'm quite comfortable with though. I've dropped to my original 10th place, so hopefully I can now gain some more places during other people's pit stops. I can only hope. It appears I might have knocked my camera too, as it's pointing a little high now. Due to the pedal position, I'm unable to make throttle adjustments. I can use the brake pedal lightly to cut the throttle by using the anti-double pedal bracket, otherwise I'm full throttle only. I approach a back marker pretty quickly, who then slides through turn 1. I get squeezed at the pinch point as I don't think they realised I was there. As they look over their shoulder, I dive up the inside at turn 3. For lap 19, I start hunting down another driver, but I'm unsure yet if it's for position. With that chase going on, I did manage to set a new personal best lap time in these new karts. The driver locks their brakes at turn 5, resulting in a big slide. They then waved me through. I'm guessing they didn't realise it was for position. The marshals are now waving the green flags. This is to let everyone know we're about halfway through the race. Anyone who hasn't pitted yet must do so at least 5 minutes before the end of the race. Can't quite see who it is, but someone is in the pits there, so I'm up to 8th place now. I think I've also spotted Darren just up ahead, yet to make his pit stop. I might be able to jump him when he does. There's another driver in the pit, so I'm up to 7th place now. As Anton comes flying past in what was probably the quickest kart of the fleet with the lightest driver on board. I'm able to stick with him for the first part of the lap. But you get to the part where kart performance and driver weight really matter, and he's gone. I give the back marker a quick tap to try and let them know that I'm there, before diving past on the brakes. I then have a clear track ahead, so it's time to focus and see how quick this kart actually is. That's good, I'm sure. I can actually do better though. And after a couple of poor attempts, I managed this. Anton has decided to pit this lap. That rapid kart is now available to someone. I managed a 58.409. My times are slowly starting to fall. Finley is in the pits now. He's swapping into that quick kart from Anton. I've seen Lily and Tom in about the same place every lap. I'm unable to close up much though. Darren pops out just ahead of me. Now the race is on. Schumann DRS activated. I eye up a tiny gap and send it through top pit bend. I leave space for Anton as he's coming through to re-lap me once again. His kart's not so quick now, so I once again try to keep up. He can't pull away quite so much this time. But we crossed the line for the checkered flag in 6th place. I'm happy enough with that. It turns out though that Amelia had failed to make her mandatory pit stop and received a penalty. It dropped her from 4th place to 8th, meaning I was now up to 5th place. That's even better. Except, well, I'm not. Remember way back on lap 11, I gained that position with an empty pit lane and then only gained 1 place when passing Tom and Lily in the pits? Well, Tom was the driver affected on lap 11. He appeared to have a 2-minute lap time, so I'm guessing when the staff swapped his kart number, however it's done, they've done it on lap 11 rather than 12, resulting in him finishing 6th on track, but 11th on the timing. With Amelia's penalty, he's really promoted to 5th, and I really go from 7th up to 6th. But overall, it was a good evening. I could have done with a slightly better kart to start with, and I'm hoping these are still just issues with setting up the new karts and they'll ultimately become more even over time. I'm not sure what the next video is going to be, but thanks for joining me on this one. So until next time though, cheers.